Starting in our own community, we want to contribute by shaping the world of our fellow students. And this is where the first pieces come together. A good education costs money, and borrowing money is a luxury many students take for granted. Take, for instance, the Dutch students. They can get a loan from the government. Many of them forget that it's a loan. European exchange students get a mere grant of 200 euros, while non-European students have to pay for everything themselves because their parents might not be able to financially support them. So, how do these students find balance between what they want and what they need?
Take my experience, for example. In addition to having to pay my tuition fees, I had to get a residence permit, and housing, and insurance, and of course I have to eat, so I have to buy groceries. And I came here to study, so I had to buy textbooks. After buying all of these things, I felt like there was no money left over for myself. Actually, I have to stay home every night because I can't even afford to go out with my friends on student nights.
But what's the problem? Stenden University is mainly business students, right? So they must be experts in managing money. Actually, many first-year students freshly out of high school are still used to living at Hotel Mama. But even second, third, and fourth-year students have problems with managing money simply because of student life. And this is where Stenden SIFE comes in. We recognize students like Joanne struggle with balancing education, basic needs, and entertainment. What we want to do is close the gap between the end of the money and the end of the month by teaching them financial literacy skills. We want to show them that there is life after death.
We created a guide where students find practical information about saving, credit, and exchange rates. And there is also a logbook students can fill in to track their daily spending. We distributed our booklets through the international student bodies at our school. Furthermore, we taught the students how to calculate a savings goal and how to track their purchases in the spending log. For example, we had a look at Joanne's logbook and noticed that she was buying lunch at school almost every day. By becoming aware of how much she could save by bringing food from home, Joanne was able to set aside 30 euros a month towards her goal of getting a new iPod by the end of the summer.
Thanks to our graduated expense and life skills decisions program, students now have the ultimate guide to an international student stay in the city. This project is still a work in progress, but so far it has been successful in reaching over 150 students, 25% of which have already given us feedback on the program. In total, we distributed 100 booklets. To keep track of the results, we did a pre-test on the students' financial situation and will do periodic post-tests 2 to 4 times a year. Now, let's hear what some of the participants had to say.
I passed this booklet now to my first year students. They're having a great time with it. They found a lot of helpful tips.
I had no idea what I was spending per month, but when I started to use the Geld Project logbook at the end of the booklet, I actually noticed for the first time what I was spending. And due to this, I could save about 50 euro per month. And I think this is really a lot of money.
I hope that for the next semester, the people from SIFE have a booklet for the semester intake for the first year student. It will be helpful for them.